the summit of Yaschas stands the ruins of the Farseer city Padra. This was the capital of a flourishing civilization storied in the annals of Grand Pulse. Here, the young Hope Estime is leading the Academy in an effort to learn more about the mysterious Oracle Drive. However, this world is not like the world of 10AF that Noel and Serah had visited previously. Things have changed.
Hello people, welcome back to the next part of my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIII-2. So this video is going to continue from after the Erba time, Erba 200 AF time. So what's happened here?
Back in the sky.
The eclipse is over. Or it never existed in the first place. History here has changed.
If the paradox didn't happen, then maybe Hope never had any reason to come here.
There's still the Oracle Drive. Maybe that would have been enough of a draw for him. Only one way to find out.
So, what's happened here? I think I might have explained it in the last video, but because the way we've changed time, because the events have taken a different turn, and now the Yaschas Massif, this time era, there's been no eclipse in the sky. That's why it's a bit brighter here. So just bear with me a sec till I load up the choices in case there's any choices for the live trigger events. To Noel.
Yule said that changing the future will also change the past. Is this what she meant? The eclipse doesn't happen because we solved the paradox in the future?
Maybe. But we can't be sure.
So for this one, say, isn't that how it works?
If the future changes, the past changes too. Isn't that how it normally works?
No, that's not how it works. Usually it's changes in the past that affect the future, and that's why this is so confusing.
Oh, right. Sounds like Yule is the one who's confused.
Serah, please, can you work with me on this?
Right, head up as normal. So in this area, some of the areas won't be blocked off.
The eclipse. What was it looking for up in the sky?
Future, maybe?
That area is still blocked off. But the good thing is, this the big open area where you used to, where you were getting in. Okay, that was easy. Where we were getting into fights with behemoths, because it's bright sunlight there now. We don't. There's no likely to be any behemoths now because it's all bright now. Let me just check in here. No, it's not there. You got to look in some of these. Some of these ravines, gaps, and you can find quest items. In fact, you just got to really be on the lookout for quest items like in the background of some of these areas. Because some of them are quite hard to spot, you've really got to look out for them. Because even though Mog is usually quite good at just sort of doing his kupo thing, he doesn't always see some of the items. So it's kind of relying on your observation as well as his. I just want to see what these Gandayakas can commando, and a synergist with the Hongas. Okay. It's just, I'm always curious to know what kind of monsters, what kind of things they'll turn into when you capture them.
On to the next.
Usually my main ones I'm interested in is commandos and ravagers, but it's also good to find some good sentinels and synergists, because some God, those things are bloody fast. Some synergists get buffs that you won't normally get, and same with saboteurs. They'll get some buffs that debuffs that you won't necessarily get. So that's why it's good to get a bit of variety with the things that you capture. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a little box down there. I'm just going to stay completely still. And that there is a wild artifact location. Ooh, an emerald crystal.
Well done.
Don't think anyone's asked for that yet, but it's good to know that it's there. I'm just going to use a wild artifact. But I'm sorry, I'm going to come back to Yaschas Massif after all of this. Just want to see where this leads to. I think it's Augusta Tower. Yes. So yeah, this place, Augusta Tower. It's a tower built by the Academy. It's a bit futuristic and weird. And there's another time period for it that's that you open later on in the game that's relevant to the storyline. But in the meantime, that's just oh, let's see the description.
In AF, the Academy built the Augusta Tower as a central information processing facility with an enormous artificial intelligence at its core. But now, centuries in the future, the system has suddenly begun to run amok. Somehow, the network system was attacked from somewhere in the future. When the Academy tried to respond and shut down the system, it was too late. The AI had already taken control of much of the Academy.
So there we go, that's the basics of Augusta Tower. So you can explore that if you want to. Yeah, we've already read that. I'll maybe do that in another video, have a look at Augusta Tower 300 AF. Just show it, because there's some quite nice monsters there that are worth trying to tame. And obviously good to get some extra items. No, that's the one I've already checked. Bugger. No, go for the... Oh, no, mate. Go for the Gahongas, because that one seems to defeat the fall, seems to fall quicker. And then get the Gandayakas. I haven't tamed any of them, have I? We'll be able to find out if we've tamed the other one yet, but I don't think I have. Alright, these things are quite easy. Remember when I first got here, took them all out in one hit.
That's it! We did it!
There was an area down here that we couldn't get to. And it's still blocked off. Oh. Monk spotted something. I think it's... yeah, there it is. What could this be? An ivory crystal. Ah, so an emerald crystal and an ivory crystal. Ah, and there's a time gate, but we haven't got the fragment for it yet, so let's just go back up. Go up to the ruins, and oh, looks like something's twinkling there.
Come on, Mom.
The bouncy box. Oh, what has it got? We'll never find out. Well, we will find out, but not right now. Oh, 300%. Saw that thing off. So, what is this thing? It is an onyx crystal. It's 3 crystals. Oh, and we can't go that way either. FFS. Okay, we're going to go back round the long way. So, onwards. Now, if you can find a chocobo, get him to go up onto that little bit of land, raised land, because talking to that person will start another mission for another fragment. I think that one is something to do with actually no, it can't be, because there's one later on that's it's like instructions for a searchlight that have been written because the time paradox, the writing on them has got all confused. We'll worry about that when we get a chocobo. That way. We'll go back the way we came. Just head up to the Padra ruins. And get another fight before we get to that, so. Ah, it's these fucking Ganda Yakas again. It would be nice if we could have one of them tamed, so we can see what kind of a commander they'd be. You can probably still tell by my croaky voice I'm still a bit bummed up, but I'm feeling better. A bit better than I was yesterday, so... Say that like people are following me regularly.
Welcome home.
How did you...
Yule again.
Yule. Did you come through the gate too?
The one you met was a different Yule. A Yule from the future.
What?
So, you don't know me either.
I know about you. I've been watching you both.
You can see the future, can't you?
I can trace the timeline. I see the future and lead others along the correct path. I came here to confirm something I already know. You and I are the same.
What do you mean?
You, too, can show others the way.
Wait,
Because she's been having visions as well.
I don't get it. How are we the same?
And that symbol that appeared in her eyes, we've seen that in a couple of cutscenes. So, speak to Noel now.
Noel lives in this time too.
Noel, are you okay?
Yeah, it was just so unexpected. Threw me for a loop.
This one, say, does Yule have a twin?
Ah, I got it! The Yule we just met and the Yule we met in Erba are twin sisters.
Aren't those time periods a little far apart? How could they be twins?
Maybe one of them is immortal and always stays the same age.
Unlikely. I think you're trying too hard.
Right, so just make your way into the ruins. Oh,
We journeyed through time, solved the paradox, and met two girls who looked exactly the same. And now, at last, we found our way back to Hope's Oracle Drive. He'll be waiting for us. Or perhaps he won't. Maybe after all this time, Hope has forgotten us.
there's only one way to find out. So make your way to where...
I was afraid of what would happen if no one was here.
I guess the ruins were interesting enough. They didn't need
Just
the
need to check
paradox to draw them
something.
here.
It's not. I don't think this is in this time period, but one of them there's a bouncing box
The paradox research
that you have to throw Mog into. In that bit near that little pathway. But there's a few things like that dotted around here and in other parts, so keep a close eye on. Look, there's one there. We'll go for that one when we get up to that bit. I don't think there's anything else up here.
things they should be doing.
Because here we got there was a fragment in there in a previous time period.
I'm with the Academy. I've been here for a while, researching the gates for the most part. There haven't been any reports of major paradox effects. However, the director ordered me to come here and investigate the area.
And you talk to anyone who's got a talk icon, because a couple of them have got missions for you.
Feels
That's
so
what you say, Seathstone
amazing.
missions.
Time for my feathers to soak up some of that good old vitamin D for extra fluff. Oh, Chocobogalina! Sorry, didn't see you there.
Yes, whatever. What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about there. Oh, it'll come back to me if it's important. Just want to check what's things she's got for. She got any new weapons? Get any new accessories? Any delicate or delicate magician's mark? Oh, that'll be handy. And some delicate and durable things. Let's get a durable one. A durable iron bangle. Ooh, got too many there, but
Thank you for shopping here on this bright and sunny day. I think it's time to hit the beach, don't you?
is there a beach here? Already spoken to
I
that
hope
guy.
he's being a good little doggy.
Who's being a good little doggy? There's a doggy? Strange woman. What's the best way to get... Yeah. Chuck Mog over there. You can grab that box. Because there's no enemies here, you can just run away. An old battery. Oh, now.
You did it!
Remember in the first
Where did all these
Yaschas
people
Massif,
come from?
there was a guy talking about an old computer battery. That is what you need. So, run up here
I feel like
Director,
and... Oh,
are you waiting for?
I don't know,
us!
but I think they'll be here soon.
Here we are.
In a world where the paradox was solved, the eclipse never darkened the sky in the first place. No one remembered that Noel and I had been here. But, even so, hope was there, waiting for us. Of course, his memories had changed. We had our 10-year reunion all over again, as if our last meeting had never happened. When we explained his memories had changed because the paradox had been dissolved, Hope believed us without question. And then...
I have something I want to show you.
Is the Oracle Drive, is it going to show the same thing?
It is lightning!
This is a recording of the future. We're unable to identify the location or circumstances. There is one thing we're sure about, however. And remember, we don't know what era this is.
Lightning is alive in that place. In my memory, Lightning disappeared after the battle with Orphan. But she's living somewhere in the future.
So it's not just a dream, is it?
She's out there.
Then I'm going to find her. Koopa Koopa?
And you will find her, Serah. After all, you traveled through time and found me. Many years of research have finally borne fruit. It all began with the Oracle Drive. We excavated it from ruins many centuries old. Yet it recorded an image of Cocoon, supported on a pillar of crystal. It was an impossibility, an enigma. Impossible, but a reality nonetheless. This is when I learned what I must do. If it was possible to journey through time and look into the future, then it must also be possible to travel backwards and change the past.
Right.
I wanted to change history, make things better. Not just bring Lightning back, but Vanille, and Fang, and my mother.
So that's what your research was about.
Chasing the impossible, you might say. But you've made me realize something. It's clear to me now we are not the only ones who are intervening in history.
Oh?
The past has already been changed. Serah, you are the only one who remembers a time when Lightning survived the fall of Cocoon.
Yeah. Director!
Oh. There's something happening. Fall of Cocoon. Was Caius the one who caused it?
What happened? Did the prophecy get rewritten?
Not necessarily rewritten. It could be the original prophecy restored as it once was. Perhaps a continuation of the first recording.
If this is showing us the future, then someday Cocoon will fall. Noel, you told me in your time Cocoon didn't exist like it does now.
Yeah, it came to ground long before I was born. After it happened, the whole world just fell apart pretty much.
But who made it fall? Could it have been Caius?
No, he couldn't do that.
When is Cocoon supposed to fall? How many years? Is it soon?
No, not for a couple of centuries.
Oh, that's a long time from now. I mean, none of us will even be alive to see it.
But others will. Cocoon will fall into Grand Pulse. Imagine the catastrophe. Think how many lives will be destroyed.
Right. That's the future I lived in.
It doesn't have to happen. No, we can change the future. We can stop Cocoon from falling and make your world a better place.
Yeah, but how? You think you can go to the time when it falls and hold it up yourselves? Do you even have a gate to take you there?
Well,
It might not be necessary to travel to the specific time and place.
How so?
The future depends on what we do now, right? Yes, there is a chance Cocoon will fall, but we can start working now to prevent it from happening.
Right.
But what if you can't hope?
We can at least work to mitigate the damage. If we begin our research now, we have time. Then, should Cocoon indeed fall, we can help protect the planet and save the victims.
Okay, let's do it. We could try to solve things at the other end, in the future. While you start preparing in the here and now.
Yes, let's change the future.
If you change the future...
If you change the future, you change the past.
Serah?
It's nothing. Hope, thank you for the help.
Time will separate us, but we'll share a common goal.
Hope dreamed of changing the past. The weight of history drove him forward. But now, he's turning to face the future. A future even more frightening than the past. Serah, do you believe too? Do you believe in your own past?
So after you've talked to Hope, you
Lightning
get another
was
life.
fighting in Valhalla. That's where I met her. And that's when she told me to come and find Serah.
I see. Valhalla, otherwise known as the Unseen World.
I think Lightning wants us to fix the timeline. Put it back how it was. Maybe that's why she gave me the power to travel through time and control monsters.
She was unable to do anything on her own, so she turned to the one person she trusted more than anyone. Yes, it is possible, although the idea raises even more questions.
Right, for this one, just say anything you like. Just press a random button. There we go. Just the Oracle
Do
Drive.
the
show you.
prophecies recorded on the device show the actual future as it will happen? Some of the stuff is different from the history I learned.
The history of the future has yet to be written. We've already learned that when a paradox occurs, the images from the device become unclear and indistinct. In the same way, as the historical timeline shifts, your own memories become unsettled.
Makes sense. Sometimes I find it hard to remember really important things. It's like a paradox is running inside my head.
The Oracle Drive records the true future, but sometimes that future is subject to change. Recordings and memory are both unstable. More than anything, this is evidence that history can be changed.
Right, that's all you need to do now. Oop. Another cutscene.
No. You know, I started this journey hoping to find my sister. But now, I want more. I want to save the future.
So do I, Serah. So do I. Time to travel again.
Find the gate and the key, Kubo.
We found the gate, we just need to find the artifact
Right
that will
now, we
open
don't
it.
have a clue where the artifact might be.
Look, there's something up
Some
there.
places we haven't checked out.
What
We
could
should
this
try
be?
asking some of the people around here. They might know something that will help.
Oh, red silk hat. Ooh, nice. Because it chose all the right things for the live trigger reward.
The director came by earlier to tell us you've been granted special access to the excavation site. The area where they found the Oracle Drive is up ahead. It's exciting to think there may be other amazing objects buried there too.
Yes, I know. Ooh. But this is an area. This is one of the first areas that you couldn't access in the last Yaschas Massif, but you can get here now. It's not a huge area,
I wish
but
something would happen.
there is obviously important stuff here.
Various records of magic and sorcery are being uncovered in the Padra ruins. There was a spell to summon eidolons. It was a forbidden art, though, as it shortened the conjurer's lifespan. The people of the past must have lived in fear of, but had respect for, ones who held such powers.
Important relics have been detected nearby. Who knows? Any one of them might lead to an extraordinary discovery.
Ooh, there's something twinkling and bouncing there.
Come on, Mom.
Could this be a gate? Oh, it's Gil. Right, we've been told to come up here, and there's nothing left. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, is there something down there? Ah, yes, there is. A mysterious artifact.
All right then.
That was
Where's
pretty
the
well
gate
hidden.
Fits this key.
I don't sense anything
Surprised-
strange within the ruins, but I did feel a disturbance from the direction of the mountains. Cuckoo.
So there's a chocobo. Let's jump on him. Or her. Don't really know what gender the chocobos are. Don't really care. So do you remember that little patch of land that was raised that we lazily just chucked a mog at once? Now we're going to climb up onto it. So we're here and dismount. Talk to this person.
See this flower? Isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? It's called the flower of Fenrir. It only bears fruit once every couple hundred years, during the time of the eclipse. Unlike most flowers, it requires complete darkness to go through the process of bearing fruit. It's an amazing subject to research, but as you can see at this stage, it's still a flower. I don't know exactly how long it'll take or when it'll produce fruit, but I do know it's unlikely that it'll happen in my lifetime. But I can still hope, can't I?
Ooh.
Really?
Well, that was
You're
a big
willing
hint.
to search for the fruit of Fenrir for me? I don't think it's possible to find one when there's no eclipse. Or do you know something I don't? Is there a secret way to obtain one?
Ooh, yes, there is. Because we can go to a time period when there is an eclipse. Oh, fuck off. Oh, these things are irritating now. Once I get to the gate, I will finish this podcast. Although I think after this there's another Void Beyond moment, so I might just do that bit as well. It's a very short one. Ooh, yay, we got a Yaschas crystal. Oh, we'll have to play about with that later. Let's just get to the gate. Oh, it's just every damage they can piss off. Yep, so down here, there's the gate. Mysterious artifact. It turns into a restoration artifact. Don't know why it needed to turn into another artifact, but hey, hey ho.
Noel, we can change the future, can't we?
We can, and we will. Then we can go back to homes that we've made safe.
Lightning. Thanks to Hope, I can see light at the end of the tunnel. He told us that if we solve the paradox, we can save the future. Meanwhile, in his own way, and in his own time, Hope is working toward the same goal. Together, we can keep Cocoon safe. And if we do, then I know I'll be able to bring you home. I believe this with all my heart.
Uh-oh. Oh, what's happening to you? Is she dead?
How many times must I see this?
Remember, at the beginning of the game, he was carrying a Yule into water. Yep, it's a void beyond. Quickly do this, and then I'll finish the broadcast. And I hope it's not too long, because I need to pee. We should be able to get to explore a little bit more of the void beyond now.
Another detour?
It's easy to get lost when you leap across time, Kupo.
We can go back to the gate anytime. Let's take a breather.
Oh, thanks.
Say, Serah. You remember when you told me that you saw lightning in me, in your dreams?
Yeah.
Are you still having them?
No. The last time I saw lightning was the night before we met. Although, I've had lots of dreams about what happened the next day.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I was just curious.
Alright. My turn. I want to know about Yule.
I don't know anything about either of the Yules you met.
What do you mean? She could be a time traveler, right? Just like you and me and Snow.
I don't think so. She's like a reincarnation. A new Yule born over and over. In each generation of the Farseers, a girl with the same face, the same powers born. That girl is always called Yule.
So you're saying every age we travel to, there's a different Yule waiting? A Yule from Erba, and a Yule from Yaschas Massif.
But they're all different. And neither are the Yule I knew. Oh, it took me a long time to actually start believing it.
Noel, I've been thinking. If we keep traveling through time, and resolving paradoxes and changing history, Doesn't that mean the future you come from will change along with everything else?
Perhaps it'll become a future where I never existed.
Is that possible?
Sure it is. But it's okay if it does. There's too much sadness in my world. Your future. It'd be better if it never happened at all. Well, come on. Let's go. We've got a date with Lightning, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did
Something looks different from the last time we were here.
So.
Mog, is this even the same place?
This is the void beyond, Kubo. It's just one of the many shadows of Valhalla to be found, Kubo.
So it looks similar, but it's really a separate world. That's why there are all these little differences.
Makes sense.
This throne. I remember it from my dream. This is where Lightning was praying to the goddess.
Yeah, so this is connected to Serah's visions. The visions that she's been having, because you remember that at the beginning of the game, the throne of the goddess. I think you don't learn that much about the goddess here, but you definitely learn a lot about it in the Lightning Returns game, which is the next one I'll play after this one. But yeah, that's all you need to do for this Void Beyond. Just go back step back into the time gate, and should find yourself at a new time zone. Academia 400 AF. Oh, and Serendipity. Ah, yes. I will explore that in a separate video. And then we'll do Academy 400 AF. But in the meantime, I think this is a good time to end this video. So thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye for now.